Okay, in this video, we're going to look at how to add a page in a Schoology course. So within Schoology, you'll want to be signed in within a course that you've created or a sandbox course. And under materials, we can go to add materials and then add a page. So from here, we can give it a page title. So as I'm creating this course, I might say that this is, I want to make sure that I welcome my new students for this coming year, students and maybe their parents or families as well. So let's call this page welcome page. From here, this next box is just your whatever content you want. So you might have, just like if you were creating, if you used a different platform before to kind of house materials or to welcome students, you could just copy and paste. Or if you don't have that, you'll just type it kind of fresh. So from here, so whatever you want your content to be. From here, you can also add files, links, a resource, audio or video recording, and then that external tool. So if you have a video that you created for students to kind of welcome them, you might have a little bit of content written up here, and then maybe you include your audio or video, or maybe you create an audio or video recording. So I could add in here, I might just create a quick little, hey, nice to see you, video just within here itself. You don't even have to go to an outside tool. So within Schoology, you can create a recording. If you already have a recording, that's where you want to do a link. So that recording, wherever it is saved, if it's in maybe a Google Drive or maybe it's on YouTube, wherever that, if you've already made a video, you can link it directly using the linking tool. But maybe you just want a file and maybe you want to include a picture. So let's do, let's say I want to include a picture, and maybe you have a picture of you from the summer or your family or something that you like to do. I'm just going to include this picture. So maybe I've just want to attach something for students to be able to see. And maybe I have some learning objectives. Maybe those things that you would normally send out to students and families at the beginning of the year that you just want to make sure everyone is aware of. That would be a great thing to put on a page to welcome students to the course. So maybe you have your grading scales, maybe you have kind of expectations, whatever those things are that you want to include at the beginning of the year, you could include on something like a welcome page. So from here, learning objectives, because this is just a welcome page, I'm not going to align it to any standards. I might not choose to do that anyway. Options, I can individually assign. Of course, a welcome page, I'm just going to leave it open to everyone. Publish to students, do I want them to be able to see it right away or not? And then display on a new page, or if I click this little icon, it's to display inline. So I want to show you both ways that this looks just so we can see the difference. So if I say display on a new, I'm going to leave it as display on a new page, and then I'm going to say create. So, and then because it's the welcome, I'm going to move it up to the top really quick because I know I want this to be the first thing they see. So if you create a page and you tell it that last option was to open on a new page, all you're going to see is the title of the page. So someone would have to click on that welcome, and then it would open the new page. There's that little picture I attached and whatever content I had written up here. So that's what it looks like when you just do the open on a new page. But there's some times where pages, maybe this welcome page, maybe it's at the start of every unit. There might be times where you actually want that to stand out and you want that content to be open so that as soon as someone comes into the course, they can see that content. So I'm going to go back in. So using that settings wheel, I'm going to go back into edit. And I'm going to go back down to the bottom to that options. And I'm going to click so that it displays inline so that we can see what that looks like. So if I say display inline, I'm going to save changes. Now that welcome information, that page is now published on the materials page for students. So if I go back in and say view course as Janice Joplin. So as a student, as soon as I pop into this course, I can see, oh, welcome. I can see, you know, whatever it is that I wrote to them. And then maybe there's some things that you want them to see right away. There's a picture. So pages can be used to highlight information without students having to click on, like the rest of this, I have to actually click as a student into this PDF to actually open the PDF. I have to click on continuous learning to have it take me to that page. So most things, the default file structure is you do have to click and actively engage to see the content. Pages, if you select that inline option, it will be visible without having to click on anything. So just a nice feature to be able to know about so that you can highlight information without students needing to click on anything. Okay, so that's how you add a page. So under add materials, add page, and then you can create whatever content you want for your course.